Well, in this short film, we're going to be looking at a harp, which we describe as an Irish harp. It looks very much like a traditional instrument, the sort of harp that would have been used, played in Ireland and Scotland during the medieval period. But this harp, in fact, was made at the beginning of the 19th century by a man called John Egan, who's based in Dublin. And although it does look very traditional, it holds a secret in a sense, because within it there is hidden a mechanism that allows the players to extend the range of notes that they can use, and that therefore, even though it does look rather ancient, in fact it's possibly reasonable to describe it as a modern instrument.
So for this one, the first just display idea, I think, was missing strings. And I am of the idea of like displaying instruments without strings is a little bit misleading.
Yeah.
And it makes it's a very, very basic thing that makes it look a little bit kind of unkept. It's like,
Unloved.
yeah, it's just one string. It takes a minute and it just makes a big difference. So
Can you give your many reasons you would like?
there's a few strings missing. The way that I would go about it is probably measuring the string before and the string after, and then get a similar gauge of strings. I can get you the contact information for string makers, because these are gut strings, so the lamb's gut, and there's a few string makers still around, so that's easy to
Lamb gut, so.
yeah, it's lamb. Yeah, there's a whole myth about cat gut, and that's just a myth.
No.
There's never a cat.
I just assumed for something.
It's lamb usually, because there's quite, well, there used to be quite a lot of lambs around, so it's just byproduct.
So what is it? Is it actually gut? Is it actually?
Yeah, the intestine of the lamb. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they clean them. They split the tube open, and then they twist it, and then they dry it, and it stretches. And depending on the size of gut that you start with, you get different gauges.
Yeah.
And then in harps, usually you have some of them that are red and some of them that are black, and that's just to. So visually, I think usually F is red and C is black.
Yeah.
No, it just helps visually. It's also, there's one pin missing. So the pins that hold the string in place basically is a wooden little bit.
There's a possibility Joe might have that. Joe has got a bag of little bits and pieces that
Well, if it's around it, that's better. Otherwise, they can be
just
gone. Like Going back to the 19th century guitar, that's one of the things that you often lose, the bridge pins.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have a couple of them that are quite loose. So just keep an eye on them. It's an interesting instrument because you have the levers to change the notes. So instead of having pedals like a pedal harp, you have the levers on the neck, which
it's a stand.
all the mechanism is under there.
What we hadn't realised until we ran that event was this.
Oh yeah, but we still don't understand. That's very interesting.
How could we not know? But these have been on display for so long. The investigation hasn't been.
Absolutely.
So when you move the levers, the strings that, when in theory, all of the same note, in this case B, moves this thing, so it stops the string 1/2 step. So a semitone. So you get so you see it moved this one, but it also moved this one, and it moved this one. It's a very complex little mechanism. So you basically have what we consider a chromatic harp. So see how it's moving all the Fs now. And see that's an F, so it's one of the red ones. So maybe the C should be the other red. Oh, there you go. It's a very, very clever little mechanism. Yeah, and I guess as you were saying, it's similar to the other. They have a little bit of flaking going on the decorative elements.
The weight is deceptive though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's surprising that
That's
it survives
always
so
with
well
harps.
because
The body looks bigger, but it's hollow, so it's very light.
it's dainty.
And here, especially with these ones, because you have all the metal, the mechanism inside.
You really need to know a bit before you pick it up.
It's a little very this for long, it starts polymerizing and creating reactions. There's a little bit of verdigris, but it doesn't look too bad, to be honest. See how there's a little bit of green gunk.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything we can do about that.
I mean, it can be removed just mechanically, and a little bit of white spirit just to prevent from growing. It is kind of like just sitting down and.
Have you got that tips?
Yeah.
Tell me.
There's a little bit of flake in the painting. But I think overall it doesn't look like it's too bad, no? The last three strings don't have pins, like the bridge pins, but I think that was how originally was, so it's not that it's missing, it's just pigeon hand. Sorry?
I think it might be an awkwardness of it.
Yeah, and it's probably just, they make a knot, and then you put them from the inside, so you don't need the...
Oh yeah, of course, it can reach through you.
Lovely instrument.
Beautiful.
Very much. I really like the decoration.
It's gorgeous. I'm sure you do this. Nothing else here, but it's great with the old waters. Constant. There's a mood.
Yeah, I think for this one I would just recommend some surface cleaning, careful, and replacing the strings so it doesn't look...
So when you say surface cleaning,
Again, I would say it's probably more sponge in the metal areas, and just careful not to remove any more flaking. But I mean, some parts like the soundboard is quite solid. I mean, it's not really.
So just a wee brush, you know, as long as you make sure everything is
Yeah, that and replacing the strings. Removing the extra bits of monofilament. Yeah, I'm right with that.
So the strings that you would use for this would be the same strings that we would use for some of the other instruments, like the violas and
Yeah.
the violins and things like that. It's the same strings.
They're slightly different, but I can send you the information. 1.2.